everyone, so today I want to talk about treatment and conditioning of maybe supermarket flowers for somebody who's working from at home. So if you have watched some of my previous tutorials, I would have showed like using a chemical called Quick Dip for getting rid of any airlocks that's in the stem. Well, today I'm going to show you an old-fashioned idea, old school idea, but it still works, and that would be using our boiling water treatment. You probably thought I was going to have a cup of tea here for myself. So ideally the kettle should be just at boiling point because this is a demonstration. It has been boiled, in advance of our tutorial. So first thing with your roses is remove the plastic that's wrapped around them. Again with your roses, that's to allow the ethylene gas to escape. Any elastic bands or tie strings that's wrapped around the end of them, release it because again that can restrict the moisture getting up to the stem or the stem like drinking water. The next thing is invest in a stem stripper. These are absolutely brilliant for removing any leaves or thorns because any leaf that's below the waterline has to be removed. So you can see like these are brilliant rather than trying to do this with your hand. And this particular rose, this is called the Devoted Rose, okay? It's kind of a reddy orange colour, but it also comes in a plain red. So you need to kind of check that with your supplier if you're ordering them in for a wedding. But normally for weddings, we would normally order in larger headed roses. And there is a fabulous kind of orange rose now. It is kind of orange with a bit pink on it. It's called Miss Piggy. Go and Google it. And it's one I absolutely love for weddings. But this one, as I said, is called Devoted to You. So remove your thorns, and we've lost the heads there. That can often happen. So remove your thorns, remove your leaves below your waterline using your stem stripper. You may see people saying to you to use the blade of your knife or the blade of your scissors. That's the wrong thing to do. You'll actually damage your stem. So the next thing what you're going to do is get all your heads kind of like level with each other. Now we will talk in later tutorials about removing guard petals, but I like to do that at a later stage. I don't like to remove the guard petals until my flowers have been well hydrated, okay? So normally roses come in multiples of 10s or 20s. I think I probably only have 9 here because I've lost one along the way. So place all your heads side by side and using a small sheet of brown paper, but this could be typing paper, gift wrapping paper, anything but newspaper, wrap it firmly and securely around and secure it with a little piece of sellotape. We'll try the second one. Now normally at this stage then we're ready to cut the ends and place in the Quick Dip, which I have done in other tutorials. If you go to our YouTube channel, Google Case Flower School, subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll find lots of more free tutorials. But today we're going to do the old-fashioned idea. So we've already boiled up the kettle. So what you're going to do is place about an inch of boiling water into the end of your cup. 2 centimetres approximately will be fine. You're then going to take an inch or so off the end of your stems on a slant. It's important that you cut on a 45-degree angle, okay? And that's why the water has to be deep enough that you can submerge the stems, the end of the stems down in the boiling water. And at this stage you count to 25. So I'm up to approximately 5 at this stage. And I'm now working around 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you get the idea? So you count all the way to 25 seconds. And if you actually look into the boiling water, that's barely happening here, you'll sometimes actually see bubbles, and that's the airlocks being burst, okay? So once your 25 seconds are up, the pressure of the boiling water has went up through the stem and has burst any airlocks that's in it, and you can then place them down into cold water. So in your cold water, your vase and your container has already been prepared and sterilised. We recommend to use domestic bleach. And again, if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll find lots of tutorials on preparing and getting your vases and your containers organised, ready for placing flowers in them. I've already added in some flower food to the water, and this will stop bacteria growing in the water and again will help with the hydration and the pH levels in the water. Now with the brown paper, you can remove the brown paper after 1 hour. And at that stage then, the heads are nicely supported and standing up straight. But what will also happen is the roses will start to blow. If maybe these roses are for an occasion in a couple of days' time and you want to hold them back a little bit, you could leave the paper on for another day or 2 and that will hold them back and stop them blowing. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you do have any feedback or any comments or any questions, I'd love if you just place them in the comments and I definitely will get back to you. Or if you're watching on YouTube, we'd love a thumbs up. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram or any of our social media pages, we'd really appreciate a share. And again, if you have enjoyed it, why don't you come back again and watch some of our other tutorials. My name is Janette and I'm from Case Flower School.